everybody. Howdy once again. Libertarian Dave here. So I'm going to be calling in to the City Council and Mayor at the regular session today. Just to introduce myself as the County Chair for the Libertarian Party of El Paso, Texas, and give a little piece of my mind, I guess. I just wanted to share this with you. This is part of community activism, getting involved in your community and doing whatever you can to make things better. A little background. El Paso local government. It's pretty bad when they actually write a book about it. This is a book called "Who Rules El Paso," and I think there's about 3 or 4 different authors of it. But yeah, I guess there was a "Who Rules America" or something like that a while back. But this is "Who Rules El Paso." So there's a lot of deals that go on behind the scenes here, and for political gain, for monetary gain, and so I just wanted to kind of address that. I didn't want to be too aggressive because they have had a habit of escorting people out of their city council meetings and or muting them or whatever. So I wanted to get my point across and let them know that I'm here. So that's a little background. I do try to stay active in the local politics. Because you never know in the future, depending on how this current campaign goes, I may be running for some local offices. Anywhere where I can spread the message of liberty. Like I've always told you guys, that's my passion, is just to spread the message of liberty. So let's go ahead and give it a listen. The audio is kind of bad, and if it does sound really bad on this recording, then I'm going to go ahead and I recorded myself actually speaking to City Council while I was on the phone with them. And if this recording turns out pretty bad where it doesn't sound like it's very good, I might just cut that in, or I might just cut that in at the end anyway. So let's check it out, see how I sound. I appreciate y'all's honest feedback.
Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. David Marino. Sir, if you'll press *6 and unmute your phone, you can begin speaking. Good afternoon.
Yes, thank you very much. First off, I'm sorry if any of my comments are redundant from yesterday. Yesterday was the first day of EPISD's virtual school, and I got a second grader and a kindergartner to take care of. So I'm a homeschooler now.
Yeah, I was actually trying to say something funny, but I just realized that nobody wants to say homeschool when all this is going on, because too many people is probably going to realize when this is over that all this virtual schooling that's going on is like, I could be a homeschooler. And then the enrollment drops in the schools and federal funds start to cease, and so I'm not going to be a homeschooler, though. I'm not a teacher. I'm a soldier. Doesn't work.
Thank you for this opportunity, Mr. Mayor, City Council. It's a pleasure to be addressing you today. I'm the newly elected El Paso County Chair of the Libertarian Party.
So yesterday they had a working meeting. I think they were trying to get some stuff on the agenda without the public, so they kind of threw this thing at us really quick. But luckily we have a growing body of political activists here in El Paso, so the message got out quick. They had about 24 public comment speakers. As a matter of fact, they had so many public comment speakers that they ended up not getting finished with all their agenda items that they had yesterday, and they had to finish them off today.
I want you to know that as a retired soldier and a combat veteran, I took and I still take my oath to defend the Constitution of the United States very seriously. The same oath each and every one of you took. I ask you to consider that oath each and every time you are considering legislation for this city. With little research, it's not hard to find that some of you may have lost sight of your commitment to serve the citizens of this great city and have instead turned to serving your own self-interest. I ask you to take this crisis as an opportunity to turn back in service to the people. This city is so trusting and loving, and it seems that some of you have used that to your advantage. Please stop. The economy in El Paso is already struggling with nearly the highest property tax rate and near the lowest median income in the state and nationally. This crisis.
So El Paso we have the second highest homestead property tax rate in the country. Detroit is the only one that's worse than us as far as homestead property taxes go. We are the second to the bottom amongst large cities in median income. Detroit is the bottom. So literally El Paso and Detroit are in competition for being the worst cities in the country economically in those two categories.
This is going to hit the city's economy hard, and you need to look at it differently than anything you have before. I ask you to stop any and all non-essential spending to include construction that is not specifically infrastructure related to benefit all El Paso. Water parks, arenas, and any other pet projects, they gotta go. Yep.
I don't know if that was somebody also on the line that unmuted themselves and was like, hey, go for it, guy. Because there's a lot of us that always are objecting to this arena and these water parks and all this excess spending that's being done by El Paso, by the city, out of our money. Over here, the screen is so blurry, I can't see what the cursor was going to click on. I don't know if they were about to mute me or something, but it's just fun because I know people do get muted. But what can you do, right? Vote them out of office. That's what you can do. Now, let's continue.
If a water park or an arena in El Paso was such a great idea anyway, a private corporation would have built it themselves without taxpayer funds. Obviously, these ventures will not be profitable. I ask you to look at deregulating and lifting limitations to the market from licensing laws. Look at ways to encourage entrepreneurs. Anything you can do to make the market more free will reap great rewards. Reduce taxation on property and anywhere else. Let the people have more of their own money to put back into the economy. As a libertarian, I ask the mayor to acknowledge the gross violations of constitutional and civil liberties that are contained in his stay home and work safe order. I acknowledge and I understand the reason for such an order, and that given the emergency power he was given to exercise, he would have seemed negligent if he hadn't done so. But just saying that it was a tough decision is not the same as acknowledging people's rights are being violated by the actions of government. These are two distinctly different things. Thank you so much for your service to our beautiful and culturally rich city. I pray God's love, blessings, and wisdom upon you as you seek to lead us out of this tumultuous time. Thank you.
The next speaker on the line.
So that's that was my comments. Please let me know what you think. I think it went pretty well. I got my points across. My intent was really just to let them know that I'm not going to be another hostile entity, but I am going to come and give them a piece of my mind and share liberty with them when they come at this city and threaten to violate the rights and the liberties of the citizens. That I will be another voice that's going to stand up and tell them what they're doing is wrong. This expenditures and these little backdoor deals and stuff, I'm just going to be one more voice that expresses the dislike of these corrupt activities that are happening. It's easy to find though, because we still have that Freedom of Information Act that allows us to go and see everybody's campaign contributions. So all you have to do is go look at your local candidate's campaign contributions, and it happens to be a real estate developer or some other business entity in your community that's donating the most amount of money to them. Then you go look at the voting record of that city council member or that mayor, and you could probably see why he's voting the way that they do. And it's not supposed to be that way. Your representatives are supposed to vote based on what's best for you, not what's best for one real estate developer or one business entity. So keep that in mind, and I want to encourage you to get active locally in local politics and see what your city council is doing and speak to them. They're just like you. You can run for city council. And if you're speaking from a voice of liberty, then there's probably some people that will support you. So that's all I really wanted to get to today. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to our next video, our next live stream, and our next call-in times. Once again, thank you very much. God bless you all. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Yes, thank you very much. First off, I'm sorry if any of my comments are redundant from yesterday. Yesterday was the first day of EPISD's virtual school, and I got a second grader and a kindergartner to take care of, so I'm a homeschooler now. But thank you for this opportunity, Mr. Mayor, City Council. It's a pleasure to be addressing you today. I'm the newly elected El Paso County Chair of the Libertarian Party. I want you to know that as a retired soldier and a combat veteran, I took and I still take my oath to defend the Constitution of the United States very seriously. The same oath each and every one of you took. I ask you to consider that oath each and every time you are considering legislation for this city. With little research, it's not hard to find that some of you may have lost sight of your commitment to serve the citizens of this great city and have instead turned to serving your own self-interest. I ask you to take this crisis as an opportunity to turn back in service to the people. This city is so trusting and loving and it seems that some of you have used that to your advantage. Please stop. The economy in El Paso is already struggling with nearly the highest property tax rates and near the lowest median income in the state and nationally. This crisis is going to hit the city's economy hard, and you need to look at it differently than anything you have before. I ask you to stop any and all non-essential spending to include construction that is not specifically infrastructure related to benefit all El Pasoans. Water parks, arenas, and any other pet projects, they gotta go. If a water park or an arena in El Paso was such a great idea anyway, a private corporation would have built it themselves without taxpayer funds. Obviously, these ventures will not be profitable. I ask you to look at deregulating and lifting limitations to the market from licensing laws. Look at ways to encourage entrepreneurs. Anything you can do to make the market more free will reap great rewards. Reduce taxation on property and anywhere else. Let the people have more of their own money to put back into the economy. As a libertarian, I ask the mayor to acknowledge the gross violations of constitutional and civil liberties that are contained in his stay home and work safe order. I acknowledge and I understand the reason for such an order, and that given the emergency power he was given to exercise, he would have seemed negligent if he hadn't done so. But just saying that it was a tough decision is not the same as acknowledging people's rights are being violated by the actions of government. These are two distinctly different things. Thank you so much for your service to our beautiful and culturally rich city. I pray God's love, blessings, and wisdom upon you as you seek to lead us out of this tumultuous time. Thank you.